Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I don't know if you can guess what I'm going to be building, but it's hard to see the whole thing. But we're going to build a 6-foot trellis from one fence board. So if you're going to be using just your pressure treated fence board, that's like $5 in Canada, probably like $2 in the States. So nice and easy. So let's get started. First thing you want to do, obviously, is go to your lumber store and get some fence boards. If you go to your garden store, this one's just a small 4-foot one. Here, I'll back up. This is just a 4-foot trellis, but a 6-foot trellis is about $40, and you can make a 6-foot trellis out of one board. So you just kind of cut it into 1/2-inch strips. So what we're going to do is we're going to start cutting our boards into 1/2-inch strips. All right, I got my pieces cut. I end up getting 8 cut. So if you take away the width of my blade, you're not going to get 10. Even 8 might be 7 and kind of like a half, like this. Depends on how big your teeth are in your blade or wide they are, but that's fine. This is perfect. I still can do one whole board for a 6-foot trellis. So now we're going to space it out. I'll kind of show you my spacing on my little sketch, and then we'll get to putting it together with some brad nails. So here's my kind of sketches. So for the 6-foot one, we're going to do here, for the tip to tip, it's going to be 32.5 inches. We'll measure down and put an 8-inch piece here across. This one will be 34 inches. Then we'll have a 14-inch piece at the bottom, 8 inches from the bottom. I believe this one is 18 inches, but I'll have to check to make sure, but that one's a 28-inch. I forgot to write that one down, but I have it somewhere else. We're going to space these out, and then we're going to brad nail them together. Now, I did mention some of these numbers here, 34, 28, and 14. I'm going to see if I can reduce any of them to make it one 6-foot strip, so 72 inches. I've already measured here. I can get that down already to 8 inches. Now leave me 3/4 of an inch past each side here, which is plenty. You don't need it too wide across here anyways. So I may have to keep that because I'm at my 32.5 across here. I may have to keep that 34, but what we'll do, because that's 3/4 of an inch on each side as well, right? 32, yeah, so 1.5 inches. So yep. So I'll see if I can reduce that so we at least get 72 inches or close to it, because once you cut 2 pieces, you're going to lose a little bit of the saw blade width, right? So that's what we're going to do, is I'm going to make some cuts and see what we have left, and hopefully that one's wide enough where we don't have to waste another little piece. Okay, so that's what we're all trying to do, is trying to get as much as we can out of one piece of wood, so we can have extra pieces in case we screw up on another one, right? Now what I want to do is this one here should be your straight piece centerpiece. So I want to make sure that we're perfectly 90 degrees to it. And then make sure we're about equal distance overhang. And I'm using 3/4 inch brad nails so it doesn't go through both 1/2-inch pieces. Now, they're not perfectly 1/2 inch, as you know, fence boards vary, but I want to make sure that I don't go through it, because then it leaves a chance for somebody to kind of catch themselves and maybe cut themselves. All right, so I will do the 8-inch as well at the top, and then we'll take a measurement in between. Now to get the middle piece here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure between the two cross braces, and then we'll pick it in the middle. That'll be the nice support there. So what we have here, we have 55 inches. So I'm gonna go just over 55. So 27 and a half and 27 and a half is 55, so. So we'll do that. If I go straight across here, I have about 18 inches there. So if I do an inch and a half, that'd be 19 and a half. Let's see what we got left. Do we have enough? Yeah, we have 29 and a half left. So we don't really have to use this whole thing. So if you look at the overhang there, huge overhang, but we can leave it more than an inch and a half if we want, right? Because now we've saved enough with the pieces that we just saved another strip. So that's good. So I'm going to cut this down and we'll put this last piece and then we're done. And there you have it. Trying to see the whole thing all the way to the top here. There you go. And there you go. Now you can make these, make probably 4 in an hour and make good profit. Post it on either, somewhere where you can sell it locally, probably best, since you don't want to have this delivered somewhere. It's actually pretty sturdy, but I wouldn't trust a delivery system for something like this big. But if you have any questions, leave in the comment section below. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell to be notified when I post another video. We'll talk to you later.